It's the 12 Days of Author Christmas Cards, where we're helping you decide on your author Christmas card this year. This one is all about leaning over your books. So this is incredibly easy for you to do. All you need is a stack of your books. If you are an author who is very prolific and you've got a lot of different books, stack them up. If you're an author who's newer or you only have a few books out to date, you're going to do a stack of the same books. And you can do this in multiple angles. So you can face your spines out toward the camera so that you can get all those beautiful spines, or you can turn it and you can have the pages toward the camera. And you can even mix it up. So you can have layers that are going to be facing out and facing in. And this will give you that beautiful stack of books. And then all you have to do is drape yourself over this. Now, I highly recommend dressing up for this one. It's supposed to be sexy. So you are going to look your best. Get the red velvet dress. Get the sparkles. Get something that is going to feel really, really classic with that Christmas vibe, but is also kind of on the sexy side. We want to be cute for this. So you are going to then be able to stack up your books and you're going to lean over them. Now, you can set these on a table and just lean over it that way. I set it on my fireplace step so that it was in front of my fireplace. You can set these on a table next to you. You can do it in all sorts of ways, and you can lean however you want. You can lean your arm onto it and kind of prop yourself up. You can truly lean over. You can drape your hair over it if you have long Rapunzel hair like I do. You can sit on the pile of books. You can sit on the floor and lean your back against the pile of books if you've got a really tall pile of books. You can lean however you feel comfortable. So this is where we scale the level of sexiness that we're using for this one. So you can be cute, you can be lovely, you can be sweet with this, you can be a little more spicy, you can be very sexy with this one if that's what you want to do, depending on how you want to create your cards. Now, this is going to be a lot of fun because you are going to feature your outfit. So when we're dressing up, you're featuring your hair if you're going to toss that over your books, but you're showing off your books as well. So do a bunch of different shots. I recommend that you are doing all of the photos for this. In fact, a really easy way to make sure you get what you want is to, if you're not using a camera, if you're using your phone, just set it to cinematic and record, and then you can move at different angles slowly so that you don't blur it, and then you can snap whatever works best for you because you may not like the way that your back arches or the way your arm is or the way that your hair is. You can scroll through and get the best shots of this. And I just recommend trying all the things. Even if you feel like it's a little too much, try it. Just because you take that photo does not mean you have to use it, and you might want it for yourself later. And so go from the sweet and the lovely and the, hey, here's my books, here's the cute little books that I've written, all the way to the, yes, I am a bad author. And this is going to allow you to scale that the way that you want. So go from the little up to the spicier and see what you like in the end, see what works best for the card that you are creating. Now, with that in mind, you are going to put an overlay with this. You can use something like a frame, but for this is really a standalone image. So we don't want to see things framing it necessarily. You can if you find something that works. If you find something you like, by all means, do what you want to do. But you really want to be the focus of this. You, that dress, that hair, those books, that is the focus. We want it to be very centered on that. So leave some headroom up at the top. You want to make sure you've got a space to write Merry Christmas or 'Twas the Night Before Christmas if we're going with bookish type inspiration for this. You are looking to have some kind of classic-y, I'm an author type thing that you're going to say on top of that card so that you can communicate your message. And that's going to be really fun because it's also really good marketing. We have an episode out telling you how you can market with your Christmas cards. If you haven't seen it, make sure you are watching it. And you're just going to really lean into the author life is sexy part of the publishing world. And you're going to get that out because it shows off your book covers. The more you show out, the better it's going to be. Now, I do recommend you keep your background simple. You can be in front of your bookshelf, but it's going to be crowded. It's going to be overwhelmed. Bookish people will get it, but you can do better. We can elevate this. We can do better with this. So go for a very simple background. I did it in front of my fireplace. You can do it in front of some Christmas decorations or just a blank wall, a colorful blank wall. We've talked about over on the main channel how to use lights to actually change the color of your wall. We use things like this all the time where we are just changing. This is on color changing right now, but you can see how it changes the colors based on what I'm doing, and I can actually set it so that it is just one solid color, whatever I want it to be. So I could have red wall. I could have whatever matches my dresses, whatever makes my book stand out. You can use something like this. These are just colored light bulbs behind me. You can easily dye the wall depending on what the color you are going to be using. And that's just a really good way to draw attention to your books. So there's lots of things you can do with this. Try from the easy and then build up on that spice level until you are happy with it. Even if it kind of pushes your boundaries a little bit, take it. You don't have to use it. But I mean, a couple of years from now, you might appreciate it. I'm just saying you might want to have some of those. So see what level you like best. And then if you can be extra creative and you don't want to do like the classic-y Christmas, Merry Christmassy type things, see if you can come up with something that relates to your books, especially if you're marketing this with people who are already familiar with you as an author. This might mean really, really something special to them if you connect it to your book somehow, but that's up to you. You get to decide how you're going to do this. We've got 12 ideas for your Christmas cards as an author this year on the YouTube channel. Make sure you are watching the other 11. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is also great, so you can use this every single day. Take one of these photos. The ones I'm telling you to do, take them. Use one for your Christmas cards. Use the other as an advent calendar. The 12 days of Christmas leading up to the big reveal on Christmas Day, so that people can see that you are marketing your books. You're there, you're creating content, you're putting it out there, you're engaging with your community. And you can even, get your author friends in on this. You can make it a challenge for all of you to do all 12 of these and then have that content to put out on social media. It's so easy to use. And you can just create a really great caption with that. If you are going to use this for your social media, create a caption about the books that you've written. You're literally just telling us about the books you've written. I'm not going to say this for everyone, but for this, just tell us about the books you've written. Or tell us how you got into publishing, how you went on your author journey. This is a great one to just show off your books and tell us about your author journey. The rest of them will have other captions to go with them. Let me know if you're going to use this as your Christmas card and follow along for the other 11 episodes. We'll see you then.